Okay, my name is April. I am owner and CEO of Simply Simone Designs. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a mask. It's a little time consuming, but we're going to get going. I, right now, you should probably see two screens. And the two screens, one is of the sewing machine, so you can get a view of what I'm sewing and what I'm cutting. So I'm going to show you first, what do you do? So I have these two pattern pieces because these two pattern pieces is what make up the mask that you wear on your face. So one is for the outer part and one is for the lining piece that goes to hold your filter. So the bigger piece is for the outer part. So you can take it and today I'm doing this on denim, but the final product will not be denim. So you place your pattern piece on the fabric that you would like to cut, and then you place some pattern weights on the pattern piece to hold it in place so it doesn't move so you can get a really good cut. So these are my pattern weights. These are just washers that I got from uh from the hardware store. And then I take a rotary cutter. This is a rotary cutter. And I take it and this is a small one. I think I need a bigger one because denim fabric is really heavy. And you take it and you just cut around the pattern. So I'm going to try to cut around it and not take up too much time because we don't have all day. So I'm cutting around the pattern. This is denim. I should have tried this beforehand. Here I go doing something new because I haven't made a denim mask yet. Denim is very thick and it's summertime. So I don't, this would be really good for the fall. I don't know. You will want this for the summer just for fashion purposes, but you might be hot on your face. It might be hot on your face. But it's 100% cotton and it's very tightly woven. So you're not getting any particles through this stuff. There will be no particles through this stuff. If you have a nice um, sharp rotary cutter, this will cut through this like butter. My rotary cutter is not as sharp because I have made over 100 masks and it's time for me to change my blade. So let me see. Oh wait, I might have spoken too soon. I think I might have actually cut all the way through my fabric. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Okay, so take my pattern weights off, and now I have two. I folded the fabric in half. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that part. I folded the fabric in half so I can cut two pieces at one time. So now I have two pieces of fabric, right? Let me see here. I have two pieces of fabric. And these two pieces of fabric get sewn together, and that's what makes the mask that goes on your face. My masks are 3 layers of cotton. Three. So that makes them extra sturdy, that makes them extra thick, and it makes them extra safe because that's 3 layers of material that germs have to get through before they attack you. And on top of the 3 layers of cotton, I insert a filter. So it has to go through 2 layers of cotton, a filter, and then another layer of cotton. So that's a pretty good barrier against germs. So anyway, so that's these two pieces. So I take these two pieces and then I sew them together. And when I sew them together, they then look like this, right? You place them wrong side, right sides together, so wrong sides out, so that when I turn them on the inside, now it just looks like a mask. So I do that 3 times. So there's three. And we're gonna get rid of these pieces, my pattern pieces, and my fabric, because I don't close your rotary cutters or you'll cut your fingers off. They are extremely sharp. Fold that, put that away. Okay, so we are done cutting. Let's say we cut 3 pieces of those. We cut those fabrics 3 times. That's done. We are moving on to now the most tedious part of the process, and that is ironing. So now we have to iron the seams open.
April, if I can just interrupt, I'm so sorry. Where you are right now is the best audio that we can hear. Is there a way to maybe talk in that direction or position that you're in? I know you're moving around and sewing and showing us things, but whenever you need to talk, would you be able to go back to
Yes, is that okay? Can you hear that?
that's much better.
Okay, okay, no problem. I'm gonna move myself back a little bit. Let me see. Yes, the camera can see. Okay, all right. So I'm right here. Let me know. You can still hear me?
Ye yes, exactly how you did it was perfect.
Okay, got the iron. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. So now I have sewn this together. They're together. So now I need to iron these seams. You can see them. Make sure you can see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this up so you can see closer. So these seams right here, I need to iron them open so that the mask lays flat and it's not crumpled up on your face. So I'm gonna do that really quickly so you can see. I have to do that for all 3 pieces of fabric. So all 3 pieces need to be, the seams need to be ironed open, nice and neat. And you'll see later why. So we are ironing them open. You want them to open real good, you hit them with some steam. I'm hoping you can see that. You can see the seam is now open. I'm gonna flip it and open the other side. I can't quite see whether I know you can see it. I just don't know how well you can see it, guys. So I'm hoping you can see it pretty well, so you have at least an idea. Okay. So now the seams are ironed open. Can you see that? Put it up close. See, they're ironed open.
Yes, we can see that. Awesome.
And then as a shortcut, I iron the end pieces, I iron those down about an eighth or a quarter of an inch because I don't want the raw edges to be showing at the end when I have to make a case for the elastic. That'll all make sense later. So now I've done that. So I've done this 3 times for all 3 pieces of fabric, right? The shorter piece of fabric, let me get to the shorter piece of fabric. Okay, we're gonna go to the short piece. This is the piece that's shorter. This is the piece that goes for the lining. So now on this piece, I know not only have to iron open these seams, I have to now make a casing to make this slightly smaller than the larger piece of fabric, the outer pieces. This is the inner piece for the filter. I have to make this piece a little smaller and it'll all make sense in a minute. There's a lot of steps and the steps don't make sense until the end, like, okay, now I see why you did that. So I'm ironing these down about a half an inch. So I'm doing a quarter inch first. I'm folding and ironing down a quarter of an inch crease. And then I fold that quarter of an inch crease again. And now that makes about a half an inch crease for hem in this iron. If you want your hem to lay straight, you put a piece of wood on it, let it sit, and that'll flatten it out real good. But so I don't have to flatten it out really good. So now, as you can see, make sure you can see it's now creased, right? And just so you can get an idea, they are not the same size anymore. See, one is larger than the other. This is the piece that's going in to hold the filter. It's going to make sense in a minute. So now, look on the smaller camera. Look on a bigger camera, and you will see I'm going to sew. I'm going to sew this, the hem that I just made. I'm going to sew it down so it doesn't move, because it needs to look neat. So we're going to sew these two down. I don't need to backstitch because this is going to get, can you see what I'm doing? Yes. I don't need to backstitch because this is all going to get, the ends of this is going to be sewn in together because all three pieces are going to get sewn together. So I don't need to backstitch to lock in the stitch. So now, if you can see, these are now sewn down. So now that that's done, you take all three pieces and you put them together like a sandwich. Now here's where it gets a little complicated. So the piece that you want to show in the front of your mask is the piece that goes on the top. So we're going to start with the bottom piece. So this is the bottom piece. This is black. This is lining piece. I'm putting it down like that. And then here's the piece that's for the filter. That's going to go on top with the ends touching. That's going to go on top. And then you're going to pin these together. I don't like to pin. I'm not really good at it yet. So I clip. So you're going to clip these together in the most important parts. You clip together. Clip together. And you clip together at the bottom. You want to always make sure that your seams match up so that your mask looks like you know what you're doing. You don't want it to look like, you don't want to look like an amateur sewed it, even if an amateur did sew it. I'm pretty new at sewing. I haven't been doing it for 5, 6, 7 years. I've only been doing it for almost 2, so I'm still new. So I take very good care to make sure my stuff matches up because I don't want it to look like I just started sewing. I want it to look like I've been doing this for a really long time. Plus, people are purchasing this, and I take pride in what what I sell to people. My motto is for my company is if it looks like you could have done it yourself, then why are you paying me? So I always strive for my products to look like you bought them from the store. Some people like the homemade look, and I'm okay with that, but some people don't. Some people like their stuff to look like they bought it from the store, especially because homemade things are a little more expensive sometimes because you're buying the things from scratch. Okay, so now all three pieces are pinned together. Can you see that? So it looks like one piece, but they're all pinned together. And then I sew them all together. I sew across, let me see if you can see. I sew across the top, and then I sew across the bottom, like that, right? I'm not going to show you that because we don't have a lot of time, but I will show you what it looks like. So now you see I have sewn, you know what, I can actually do this. Let me see, can I, oh no, it's freezing now. So I've sewn across the top, if you can see, and I've sewn across the bottom, if you can see, right? Now watch the pattern Tetris take place. So now this doesn't look like much, right? Now we're going to take it and flip it out onto each other. Flip it out right side, right sides out now. Okay. that still looks wrong. You're gonna flip again, cause like, hey, wait, what happened to that design? What happened to the red fabric, right? We're not finished flipping. You gotta flip one more time. And watch the magic ensue.
April, I'm just giving you a 5-minute warning.
Okay, no problem. Okay, the magic has ensued. Now we have a mask. We have a mask. And let me show you where we have a mask. And now you can see that's where the filter goes, right in there. The filter goes right in there. And you can now see 3 layers of fabric. 1, 2, 3. 3 layers of fabric and 1 mask. Let me turn the camera up a little bit so you can see my face. And this is the mask on my face. And that's how it looks. That's the mask. And then I would sew across and then I would wash it. And then it would be shipped out to whoever would like one. And that is how I make each and every face mask that has come out of my office. This is my office. Does anyone have any questions or concerns or would like to place an order for a mask? I have plenty of fabric. If you're looking in the background, there's fabric everywhere because I've been doing masks for 2 months. So, does anyone have any questions or comments? If you see in the background, I have glasses too that I made. Anything you can think of. You can check Simply Simone Designs .com, or you can find me on Simply Simone Designs on Instagram or Simply Simone Designs on Facebook, and you can see all of the other things that I make as well. But I felt like it was necessary for me.
I got 2 questions for you, April, actually. One is about how much do the masks cost, as well as what is your turnover time for custom?
Okay.
Oh, I got let's do turnaround time for masks and
The turnaround time for masks is about 10 days. So it takes about 10 days to complete because they come in bulk. So it's like you order and then like 5 other people order too, or 20 other people order. So it's about 10 days, sometimes sooner, most of the time not longer than 10 days. And the masks are $15 and they come with a filter. And I have extra filters to purchase if you like. Those are $3. Any other questions?
glasses. Was the glasses customization question answered as well? I'm sorry if I missed that.
Oh, you said the glasses customization. I can show you the glass.
Yes, someone.
Yes, these are the glasses, and they can be customized to whatever you like. They are $25 a glass. They come with their own box, custom box, that will have a tag in it. And it's a very sturdy box that each glass comes in. You put your name on this. It can be etched. I can put rhinestones on it for an additional cost. And the turnaround time for that is about 7 days. I also make sets. So this is a set. So this is a purple glass, and I made purple napkins that match perfectly with the glass. And they are embroidered with your initial on it. So you can have a glass with a napkin set with your initials embroidered on it.
Wonderful. Those look awesome. Back to the masks. Do you have any masks ready to ship?
I don't have any masks ready to ship because I specialize in customization. So when you come to me, you get to pick, you are in charge of the entire process. You pick your fabric, you can pick, you see how I put black in here? You could want red. Like you pick everything, you go through the whole process. I leave the customer in charge of how they want it. Whatever your dream is, that's what we do. So I don't make stuff to order because my room is very small. So I don't. So what you can call me, order it, and I'll send you all the fabric that I have, and you choose whatever you like.
Thank you. And I have one final question. Do you make mask and head wrap sets?
I do. I haven't made one as of yet because nobody wanted one, but I know how to do it. I was waiting for somebody to ask.
And how much would those sets be?
$30.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you guys, and thank you for April too with troubleshooting with the cameras. It's our new way of life, but your perspectives of the cameras and items are beautiful. Any final questions before we go to our next presentation? I will also put in the website once again and the Instagram.
Yes, or Facebook. And you can send me a
or Facebook.
And my phone number should be there, so you can call if you want. It doesn't matter, and we will go through the entire process if you like.
Wonderful. Put that up there as well. Thank you so much, April,